she said there were 3 choices. He picked out 3 different masks, and the Captain Kirk mask was the one that John said, I like that one, so I'll go with that. But it was done really quickly. It was like, so, it was not before we started shooting. It was when we started shooting, suddenly we had to go down to a toy shop or some kind of store and find something.
Wow.
I don't know why they didn't think of it beforehand, but that's actually another reason why Nick got to be, in my scene coming through the door with She, because that I think was, well, he must have had it before then, but there were several times when Tommy was going to be Michael that they had to engage Nick, because he was there just to hang with his buddy and see how directing works,
It's just amazing that the simplicity of the mask
Yeah.
has been probably part of where the horror and the scariness comes from, because of the vagueness of the features and that blank white look.
And that terrible hair. I've
And
seen some
terrible hair.
masks. Sometimes the hair is nice, but for the most part, it's really natty hair.
I have one more, let me,
You can tell he's a teacher,
Yeah, I
so
know.
prepared with his lesson for today. I love it. You'd be
Oh,
great.
thank you. I'm going to open it up really quickly to questions. We only have time for probably a couple of questions, but I want to give you a chance to ask something. Yes, about the
I wanted
fourth row
to
back.
ask, Freddy versus Jason is a really popular movie. With you guys being so close to Halloween, if they had made a movie of Michael Myers facing off against another icon, who would you think would be a good match for him?
I would say Jason, because Friday the 13th came out right after Halloween. I mean, Halloween came out in '78, Jason came out in '80, and it was kind of, Halloween 2 came out in, Halloween 2 and Friday the 13th 2 both came out in '81. So I would say the rivalry would be between those two.
I agree.
Well, that's easy. Okay, one more. This has to be our last question.
I was wondering, since you, did you scare kids, when you went back to school? Were they scared of you, just because they know your
That
role?
is a good question.
No, to be honest, I never even, I mean, they all knew that I was doing acting and all that, but I never even mentioned that, I don't recall ever mentioning that I was in the movie Halloween. But somehow, everybody that I went to school with knew. Anyone that I played soccer or baseball knew that, so it was weird because the fact that it's named Halloween, it came out every October. So, 79, 80, 81, when it came out, and let's just say it aired on Halloween, October 31st, November 1st, that next morning when I had a soccer game, all the players on my team would come up and say, hey, we saw this movie, including the parents, so.
But on TV,
That, yes, on TV, on
So
TV,
they recognized
cable.
your face.
They knew I was in it, and they recognized my face, and it just kind of went from there. And they weren't scared of me or anything like that. They just thought, oh, that was cool that I was in that movie, because at that time, everybody loved the movie, from the kids, the parents, the grandparents, everybody in that era loved it, and it just grew. And then in high school, now we're talking about a few years later, now we're going 85, 86, 87, it's still aired every October. So, and once again, other people, I did not mention that I was in the movie, but they knew. So it was kind of like new friends I made in high school, and then later on, that's how it came. And then 20 years later, when Facebook comes out, and you're reconnecting with all your friends, it's like, oh wow, hey, it's great to reconnect with you. And it's like every time I see the movie, I still think of you. And
Yeah.
that's cool.
And he has that baseball jersey that says Myers 31.
And do you have your baseball hat?
No, I washed it, but a couple of fans made me replicas.
Oh,
so
nice.
I have that.
Well, sadly, the time has come for the end of our panel. Please join me in thanking PJ Souls and Will Sandin.
Thank you so much.